What's up, guys? It's Bogland bringing you some more RA content. We did Rattle last week and we're going to jump right back into it because boy is it getting spicy. Let's go ahead and introduce these players. In the yellow with a name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, it is Upps. And over here with no name, it is Anjew, of course, playing in his pink color as Ukraine because he always mains Ukraine. Upps is Germany, so we got an allied and Russian side on that side. Over here we have Creo playing as Russia and Mint in his off color playing as Russia. So double Russia on one side and an allied Russian mirror on the other one. So this game is going to be very interesting. Rattle is super spicy right now. Czar and Master have secured first place and they are well ahead there. Nobody's going to be able to touch them. They went 13-3. However, second, third, and fourth place for playoffs are still widely open, and there is 5 teams competing for them. Mint and Creo are looking for 2 clean wins here, and that'll probably secure second place for them. On the other hand, Upps and Anjew have a lot of games in hand still need to be played, and if they can manage some wins, they can get in there and maybe squeak out third or fourth. So it's definitely going to be interesting. They really need wins here, and Creo and Mint definitely need the wins just to keep in their spot. Stitch and Cav are in the hunt. Widow and Moods are also in the hunt, and then me and Orb are also in the hunt for those final 3 spots. So it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a photo finish to see who finishes where, and I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be really exciting. Like Upps trying to do some fancy force firing right here, and I like this positioning from Creo with the dog right here. I think it's just providing just enough vision. Yeah, so he's going to be able to fully see where that engineer is, and that one cell right here he could just force fire if he needs to. Don't want that. There we go. Looks like Mitt coming with the roundabout here, but Upps has got a defensive position here and kind of went in a little late with Creo's help. I think Upps might barely win that. It's going to be close. Force fire by Mitt's not going to work, but the force fire there by Creo is good. Unfortunately, Anjew in with an APC. It's going to clean out that, and that's going to shut down all of that. So after all this, it looks like Creo got this. Nobody went down for this oil derrick here, nobody went for these oil derricks here, which is actually kind of interesting. That is a bad rally point. There we go, Anjew just figured that out. Looks like he went for a complete war factory skip, or a barrack skip rather. So he's going to be very fast in the vehicle production, which is great. That's a little interesting placement by Upps with the war factory. You usually want it over here just because it's going to get there closer. That's fine. Like he just went double ref with the infantry army he had earlier. And nothing too crazy coming out here. Mint's a little slow in his war factory, almost 10 seconds. I think he was just probably for microing. And it looks like a double war or a double ref build from Creo. So nothing's crazy out of this right side, which is kind of surprising. I actually expect them to be more of a tech side. That's alright. And you already have 4 harvests just with that extra war factor, and he's got his barracks now, so he's going to start pumping out this infantry non-stop. Well, he's stalling just slightly. Probably because he doesn't have any old derrick stall, which is, again, kind of interesting. Looks like Upps going to go ahead and grab him. If Upps can hold on to those for a while, that's actually pretty big for old derricks on this map. It's really nice, especially in the late game when you really need those extra income. This map tends to go to the late game just because it's very hard to push through, but once the ore runs out, like, it becomes very dry very quick, and you're very scrambling for everything. So IC is going to be huge. Tesla Tech probably going to be really good since both these players are Russia. Same time, German Chronosphere on a team game, always really good. Really great at crushing those shockies if they ever get into mass, stuff like that. So we'll have to see where this game goes. I'm very, very excited if you can't tell. This is like pretty much everything we wanted out of Rattle, is just get these like really fights for these last playoff games. And then I think playoffs will be absolutely amazing with the quality of teams that we have. It's like a lot of talking going on between them. I doubt Upps and Anjew are in voice, and I doubt Creo and Mint are in voice. I don't think I've ever heard any of them talking voice, but definitely does help. It's a little bit less, intensive when you can just say something. That's cool, popping down and instantly getting sold off. That's a little expensive just to clear Oopsie, but yeah, they did spot the 2 war factors from Upps, which even before an SD is a little strange. No MCD coming out, and he is. Yeah, he's still building harvesters, so this is definitely a little bit of a strange build. No infantry presence. I'm not quite sure what he's going to do with it. You can see the little bit difference here. Only 5,000 to the 6,500 and the 7,500 there, but if he can start getting some Raxes pumped out, and this could be really good. Two war factory medium tanks is pretty powerful, especially against Soviets, but heavy tanks on two war factory is definitely really great. Pretty much produces out one medium tank, and that's like well worth the trade. Anjew with his first expo out, nice little harbor transfer there. Still got 5 in the main base. He's gonna instantly move out here. Mint still doesn't have a MCV out. Looks like it's probably just about to come out, but he looks like he went take first, and he's not being aggressive with it, which is kind of a little strange. Upps loses his ranger there. That's not great. But Mint's gonna get his MCV out. And Mint Creo both kind of setting up for a double here. It is common to double right here, just because this is like the more open space, and this one ends to turn into an RE war. But we'll have to see how this game goes. Upps got his MCV out finally, with the help of that extra war factory. Maybe I just missed it. That MCV seems like it got out there rather quickly. Creo's already got his ref down. Upps is a little bit slower than them, and then Creo's going to expand right here, probably place some defenses, and then crawl over here. Very common with this one, on this map. You can also just place an MCV right here, or an MCV right here, and you can crawl to both these patches rather easily. But you're definitely probably better off taking this double one first. Bolt Derek goes down. Yeah, there's 2 armies over here. I'm not sure if Upps saw it or if it was just Mint, but this could be very dangerous for Anjew. Although he does have quite a significant force. Not totally enough to deal with that, especially with those heavy tanks in the back, but definitely enough to stall out that. Looks like Anjew's going to come in here with an APC block, but there is a flame tower there. Yep, Mint's calling for the double right here, so this could be really good. And Upps does have a lot here, and Creo doesn't have anything, so if they recognize this and Upps just hides to go in, that could be really good because he's not going to get time to save this. Those 2 testicles will be actually hugely valuable since there's only 4 tanks there. They're going to go in, but those heavy tanks from Anjew are a little out of position. They need to get forward just a little bit more. Okay, they're in decent position there. Yeah, that double got totally throttled. Mint's trying to call the retreat, but it's pretty hard to retreat there. He's just got to trade out as best he can. Anjew and Upps are going to look like they might combine forces, but I think Upps is better off just attacking here because this is all Creo has right now. And this is more than enough for Anjew to take over this, so really good looking for the Team 1 right now. Although Upps split off this little armor here, and it's not going to do much at all. He probably should have just death bowled. But they might get a harvester if they're lucky, but it looks like those harvesters just bad timing on the way back. Now he's going to come on, and again, Anjew come down here. Once again, his tanks are on the wrong side of stuff. That could be really bad. Mint's tanks are a little far forward. Yeah, he's going to lose 1 down to almost half health there. It's not great. Oh, this is quite a big double right here, and I really like the angle of attack. A lot of this is going to get attrited right there, but oh no, Anjew needs to push in. He needs to go in right now. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. This is such a great angle of attack. Definitely going to get the MCV in all this army. Doesn't look like anything else is going on in the map right now, but double flame tower is going to come down, which will slowly take this away, but yeah, they're trading super well right here. MCV goes down. And now they could turn into this army by Creo if they really wanted to, but oh, they're going to back away. I don't know about that. I think that's a scenario where you want to stand and fight and just kill that army. There's no MCV, so you don't have to worry about the defenses. You should have definitely more army coming around. Yeah, I think they would have been fine. They're going to back out, but I mean, it's okay. They got the eco, they got the MCV. It's going to be in a little bit of trouble for a little while now. He's on tier 2, so is Creo. See the first Yak and a V2 coming out. Forward rated down by Upps. And Anjew is just on tier 1.5. Has a second war factory out, which is going to be really nice, but yeah, he's got to be careful about these retreats like this. And he goes back in, but the tanks are gone, and then he doubles back again. Little stuff like that's going to hurt him, but this force is going to be largely uncontested. Looks like Mint pulled his force, just hunting down a little bit of Upps army. That could be pretty bad. Upps going in here, but there's a V2. Oh, the V2's going for the radar. Not a bad idea, but he needs to stop this. This attack's going to run into a lot of base defenses right there, but he backs up. Anjew's armor's right here. He needs to turn into this army. He could definitely take that. Just have to see where he's going. He's going to run into Mint's army again, but yeah, he should turn and fight. Vince was on a move order. That's not good. This looks like he's going to go for the eco, but eco's probably going to get away. Blackhawk killing V2 over here. Need some artillery support. He's going to get the ref. That might not be terrible, but the harvesters are still alive, and that's kind of more important. And the second ref comes down anyway, so that army definitely died for nothing. Yak crash, not probably worth it, but I do like Upps' position here. Just need some artillery, especially with 2 War Factory. That could be really good. It's really hard to deal with artillery with vision support, and especially with a bunch of defenses like this. Just needs a few AA guns to keep those Yaks out, and he'll be really strong there. Army values are looking really good for Creo and Upps, 22 and 26, and then Anjew and Min are kind of suffering. Min's definitely been on the back foot, losing this expansion early like that. Another little sneaky detachment. Looks like it got caught though. That's not gonna be great. Anjew should probably tech up soon. He needs a little bit more harvesters here. Looks like he's building a harvester, so I'm not sure what happened there exactly. Ooh, big engagement here, and a lot of Upps' infantry is out of position. He needs to get those tanks rotated over. 2 Blackhawks are definitely going to get a lot of work done there. But it's not quite enough. That AA gun is not what he needed. He's got 1 more Blackhawk. 1 Blackhawk goes down. 2nd Blackhawk barely gets away. But that's all of his army. And, yeah, he needs some help here. Some defense support or something from Anjew. Anjew's going to pull over his whole army, but that's probably not going to be great. If Mint sees that, he can go straight in. Good Blackhawk crash there. Thought I heard something else going on. Oh, looks like it was this little flank here, but got cleaned up by Creo too. Another Blackhawk gonna come out. I gotta be really careful with good target fire. It's just attack moving, that's fine. They were stuck on the power plant. Oh, but you shouldn't use the little flank right here. Doesn't look like it's gonna get much of anything, although I guess they captured something. I think that was the first war factor from an engineers. Creo's been really good with that lately. Upps calls that. I mean, he's got a Blackhawk there and some rifles. He should be okay. He just needs to engage into that. Oh, this is not going to be good at all. Vince definitely got to find a good angle here. Going to get a lot of eco. Those 2v2s caught an attack move, but they might be really impactful. Saves 1 harvester, but both those refs are going to go down. And Anjew doesn't have build radius right there, so... It's got 3x, that could be really good, depending on the angle. See how they go. Oh, he goes for the V2. Gets 1, loses a yak. I'm not sure that was worth it. Now Mint's got his own yaks, and he's really good at control, so he's going to get all the rockets right here. Just finding the perfect angle. 1 rocket down. There goes another one. Yeah, nice control out there. Here, heavy tank firing somewhere, but it's so hard to locate on these big maps. Upps' eco's looking okay. These harvesters barely survived. Looks like Upps pinged this army to move from Anjew, but he's kind of focused somewhere else right now. Probably right here. Bunch more rockets going down. Finally gonna use the yak, but a yakety eventually shows you how well his microcontrol was. Upps calling again for that army to move. Another pair drop back here. That might get a harvester, but nope. 4 yaks are gonna see it. His army's gonna die. Once again, Mint picking out all the rockets with that yak. Really good control. Looks like this flak killed a lot of Blackhawks. Electricity too. Yeah, I'm really surprised that Upps doesn't have any artillery. I think that's making all the difference right now. Oh, Anjew. Totally sneaky expansion right here. Unfortunately, it goes down instantly. Those 2 heavy tanks are gonna be forfeit too. Harvester goes down. Anjew's got this flank over here, but Creo's more than ready, and he's got V2s. It's gonna be a great shot. Perfect, right in the middle, killed a lot of infantry. Anjew coming back in here, but there's really not that much. There's 3 harvesters, and they're easily gonna get away. Anjew's gonna pull back here, and the Shockies are finally starting to come out, so we got some tier 3. Looks like Upps spotted it too. Oh, and the yak flak from Creo is definitely getting into dangerous numbers. Both players have quite a few yaks out there, so that's scary. They need to transition to flak trucks right now. This is gonna go down to the yak flak. Loses one yak, but kills all the rocket soldiers there, so once again a really neutered attack. And this army's gonna be able to push back here pretty efficiently, I think. There's some Blackhawks, but ooh, some spies coming out from Upps too. This is starting to look really good for Mint and Creo. I think they just weathered the storm early and just reliably kept pushing. I think combat sab sells it a lot too. Now that these players on Team 1 are trading favorably, where these guys are trading pretty good. Big army right here in the middle, and I don't think Anjew can stop this. He's got 5 yaks, but that's not enough. Especially with 2 yaks there, that's going to be really dangerous. Really good strafe start there, but loses 1 yak. And still, there's an MCV there too, so... yeah, this is looking really bleak. This army finally got cleaned up. First couple artilleries out there, finally. But I don't think Anjew can hold this. He's running an MCV away, but he's going to need that build radius in a second, I think. And if this army goes straight here, there's nothing to really stop it. That yak gonna instantly kill that, or that flak instantly gonna kill that yak if it sees it. Yep, boom, dead. There goes the second one. That's not great. A third, oh, barely survives. And that's bad time for Upps to move an MCV out. It's gonna die instantly, especially with that flak right there. Oh, with the yak flak cleaning up over there too. Yeah, this game's done. There's nothing they can do to stop this. They're gonna try, but oh well, Tanya could make a difference. She came out all the way over here. They need stuff to deal with the heavy tanks though, and they don't have anything, unfortunately. There goes the war factor. The MC is gonna die, and probably the SD too. Radar is also right there for the players. Meanwhile, since all that army is over there, they're pulling this army over here. Surprised Mint's not pushing in anywhere else, but radar goes down. Upps is trying to come back, but there's still too much there for Anjew to take, I think. And Mint managed to find the Tanya there with the yak. That's so good on him. His aircraft control is really good. It's definitely something to be feared. Anjew barely gonna win out there. Most of that army's cleaned up, but yeah, they did so much damage, and they still got this little attachment there too, cleaning the refs up. Upps is going down here. I think he lost his tier 3 too, so no more Tanya coming out. And here comes round 4 for the Blackhawks, or the Yaks rather. Upps push back here. Those Yaks are going to find that MCV, and they're going to go, that's great, I love it. And dead. I think that might be Upps' last MCV too, and he doesn't have a war factory, so that's pretty much game for him. And here comes Mint with a giant army. Creo just absolutely cleaning up the rest of Upps' base right here. Anjew's gonna attack in here, but there's just not that much there, and the MCV is too far away for him to really get on top of it real quick. And we have round 6 with the Yaks, and Mint's Yaks are coming in too. This is it. This is gonna be the final push right here. So much infantry just instantly getting strafed down. Upps is using the harvester to tank. I think that was a demo truck by Anjew. Unfortunately, did not catch anything. Probably just killed his own army, if anything. GG's call from Anjew. And there it is. Game 1. Looking pretty good for Team 1 in the beginning. And then it just kind of fell apart on that attack here that they kind of retreated from. And I think they should have just pushed through them. And then after that, it was just Mint and Creo just weathering the storm, slowly just trading really well. I think the combat story is really going to say. Yeah, 87 to 140, that's pretty bad. And Anjew marginally better, only 20,000 down, which, you know, saying that is kind of crazy coming from 1v1s mostly, but yeah, 150,000 to 114,000 lost, and 116 to 82,000 is quite significant. And I think that definitely made a lot of difference. You can kind of see it in the arm graph too. Earnings, Upps definitely fell off the end when he got pretty much all of his base destroyed at once, so well played by Creo, and Hawkalypse is what their team name is. I think that probably secures second place for them with 1 win, or maybe they need a second one, but we'll have to jump into game 2 and see ourselves.
Battle control initialized.
Alright, we're back here in game 2 on the map Bogland. I think this map is relatively straightforward. Just 2 oil derricks in the middle, 1 expo here, 1 expo here, and then 1 expo here, 1 expo here. So fairly easily defined expos for each player. Sometimes it gets a little crossed up, but generally it's pretty straightforward where you're going to expand. So a lot of bait pushing on this map, but it's also a really big map. As you can see, I'm struggling to put it in my screen entirely. In fact, I'm on max and I can't even see the whole map. So definitely a huge map. There's a lot of open room, a lot of flanks and stuff. At the same time, I see a lot of bait pushing, a lot of like just tier 3 death balling because it's so hard to actually get an army across there without it wasting time on the long flanks like that. Looks like Mint is Ukraine this time and Creo is Russia. And they both went any. Once again, Anjew going to be picking Ukraine. I guess Upps managed any France, so once again Allies and Soviets, and then Soviets and Soviets. See some dogs out for Creo again. I think they're going to be more effective on this one. Although it barely gets away there. Oh, that engineer is definitely dead. Oh, barely gets it with the jump. That was definitely worth it. 200 for the dog, 400 for the engineer. And Mint and Creo are absolutely cleaning up this infantry detachment there. Got some more spectators in. It's Whittle, and I think that is Tux. We don't want to hear what they say, though. They're not going to say anything. Oh. Creo's engineer barely going to get away this time. But, yeah, once this army rotates back down, they'll be able to clean it up. And Upps really shouldn't stay there. He doesn't see an engineer. There's no reason to lose his whole early army. That could easily snowball quick in the game. Anjew looks like he just went for a war factor first this time. Probably smart because you do need a contest this Eric. And I don't know why, but every time on this map, a lot of the army value and fighting in the other game goes right on this road there. Not so much on this one. A little bit there this time, but definitely was more of the focus here for some reason. Once again, Anjew with the early APC, but there is 4 rockets out for Mint, and the rockets are coming from Creo. He might get that engineer if he gets a perfect crush. I think he did get the perfect crush, so I guess that worked out. APC needs to definitely run away now. There's no reason to stay. He's gonna have to wait till the SD to repair it, because otherwise it'll just get instantly shot. There's a lot of rocket density there for both those teams too, so Mint looks like he's doing a triple ref, so he's going to be pumping out infantry quite significantly, where Creo's just doing a double ref. Anjew already up to 3 halves, and looks like Upps did a double ref cell, so he's probably going to get those light tanks out a little bit faster, and just a little bit quicker on the building than you would with the traditional ref, but nothing too serious. Mint's got definitely a large army, and he's kind of looking for Grens or maybe something here. I mean, it's possible. I've seen it on this map, but again, like, it's just so long to actually get there. You have to take your Grens all the way down here, and then run through, and then there's a lot of focus on there. So Grens, not so much early, but you know, sometimes you just need to try that Hail Mary. Upps rolling out with double light tank and a few rockets. I mean, yeah, there's some targets there, but it's hard with 2 and 2s with a double rocket density, especially with Anjew being a little light on the vehicles and infantry right now. But he is starting to pump out infantry since he has it up to 4 halves, so he'll be able to join it up in double soon. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of value there just because Mint did do the triple F in the double barracks. Once again, Creo getting a really good scout of the other side's base, and that APC's gonna get away too, unless it goes. Manages to get a crush on the medic too before it gets out, and it doesn't even die, so really lucky there, and he's just going to take right back to the SD, so that's really nice to see. Mint finally got his war factory out, and he's instantly pumping out APCs. Looks like they were just talking about the strategy over here, and yeah, it was nothing too crazy. Anjew went war factory first, instead of war factory rush this time, and then Upps with his double ref cell. Mint with a pretty big army, and looks like he's just gonna. Okay, he's up to 4 halves and he's pumping out APCs. That's fine. A lot of people will stick on 3 halves to try to pump out APCs and rockets and stuff and everything. And if you move your MCV out like Mint is doing, like you'll be fine. But if you're really gonna struggle if you keep that MCV in there, you keep trying to build stuff. You don't have quite the eco you need, so at least a 4th Harv to keep that infantry and everything going, and a 5th Harv is probably preferred, but Mint's just going to move out here, and that's really fine. He's definitely got the army advantage anyways. Shouldn't be too scared of anything. Looks like Up and Anjew are going to try to push right here. This could be really good depending on where the angle of attack comes from. But they have to work closely together. There's not that much armor here, and Mint is in a really good position right here. Yeah, that HC too far forward from Anjew. That's not great at all. Instant goes down. And, this is going to be a really good surround. Anjew abandoning Upps there. I don't know about that one. Looks like Upps is doing a base push there and decided against it, but Mint does have scouts up there. Now Anjew's army is in a lot of trouble. I don't think there's quite enough here, even with the actual tanks. Upps' army's getting caught too. Yeah, there goes the tank down. Oof, not looking good at all. They're going to be able to push this all the way back if they really want to. And there's absolutely nothing stopping them. This army is nothing compared to this one. Anjew has a line of barracks right here, and he's got his expo out, and looks like he's expanding to the bottom too. So he's going to have the eco, which is going to be nice. Upps is a little bit worse off in that card. Needs a Harv transfer. But he's moving out his MC, and that actually might be a mistake. He's going to need defenses right here. Anjew's army needs to pull all the way back to the vision, but it's too late now. A lot of it's going to get picked off. Upps is going to come in from the top, but there's just too much infantry presence there. It's not looking good at all. Little attachment by Creo here is actually probably going to get some harvesters too. Yeah, this is, I think Creo and Mint just secure their 2nd place finish here. Looks like Upps and Anjew are going to have a lot of work to do in these final week just to see if they can. Mint saying don't die, but he's providing so much value with just screening here so you can get all these harvesters. And that's pretty much all of Upps' econ too. He's got 1 Harv on a full patch there, but he's definitely going to be struggling on eco in a second here. And Mint's even going to get a waste there. Looks like there was a little attack here, but I think it's probably just a bad rally point. And yeah, Upps, or Creo rather, killed Anjew's econ there. So now Anjew's struggling. MCV here is going to be able to provide some support. He's got this one on the backside, but Mint's just all over the place. Down goes the harvester. That is his only active harvester. These ones are going to go right into the ref and then die too. MCV is barely going to get away, but those APCs are going to chip away at it. Yeah, this is not looking good for Upps at all. Mint on a move order. As soon as that's done, yep. Instant pop on that tank. And now he needs... Upps just gives up. Yeah, I think this game was over. Just... This early double right here did not go their favor at all. They kind of lost the early engagement, and so we're down on army value anyways, and then they went in. Anjew pulled back. Wasn't a great pullback, but Upps kind of couldn't pull back at all, so that just half your army for nothing, and they slowly got beat back all the way to their base. And then, yeah, that was a quick game. Under 8 minutes, or under 9 minutes rather. It is what it is. Upps and Anjew still have a chance to get there. I think, like I said, they were 2-4, so now they're 2-6, and they still have 8 games left, so they just need to win the rest out of the games. It's going to be pretty hard. I think they still have Cav and Stitch, me and Orb in there, and I think Widow and Moods are among their last games too, so that's definitely going to be a really hard game set to get into the playoffs, but we'll have to see. I think Orb and I just need to win 1 now with this result, and that'll probably keep us at safe. There is always a chance that Widow and Moods, come back. I think they have to play Cav and Stitch too, so there's going to be a lot of good games in this last final week, and we'll have to see how it goes, but definitely an exciting finish to this Rattle season, and I'm sure playoffs will absolutely enjoy. But until then, I'll see y'all next time.